Hello, everyone. So we've been talking a lot about parenting.
Mm-hmm.
So we thought it'd be a great segue into
how to have a healthy marriage while parenting.
I don't know why that was very confusing for me to say, but I've tried to say it numerous times. So
Yeah.
There we go. Anyway, so
Well, it can be hard.
it can be very hard.
Mm.
And as a mom, something that we can do, I don't know if I'm the only mom out there, but
No.
we get into these modes of our kids take up a lot of our time, our energy, our everything that we have.
Mm-hmm.
We give it to our beloved children. And of course, it's such a joy to do that. And you want to be able to do those things, but you can't forget the person that helped you create those beautiful little humans. And something that I know for me, from the very beginning of me having kids, one of the things that was very important for me was to make sure that Jeff always felt and came first in our life, in our marriage, before my kids.
Yeah.
And that is a very hard concept for a lot of moms. I have really close friends
Because they're needy.
Yes,
Kids
they are.
Needy.
It's a very hard concept for a lot of my friends. I've talked to multiple of my friends, and they feel drained and exhausted, and they feel like they haven't had a conversation with their spouse in a long time. And there are seasons where we do feel those same things, but we are very aware of it to where we try our very best to not let that go on too long.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It makes perfect sense. In my relationship with our kids, they understand that Dad loves Mom very much and puts her first.
Yeah.
And whenever they
We make jokes about it a lot.
whenever they are acting bad and they're driving Morgan up the wall, I mean, I come to them grieved and I'm like, I love your mom so much and you are making her feel this way. That's a problem. Stop it now. They also understand that she's my first love. You know, your spouse, people always say, right, we're going to spend the rest of our lives together, but our kids are only going to live here for another 15 years or whatever it is.
Yes.
It's so
true.
We have to have a healthy marriage that can make it through all of that.
Right.
But listen, there's times that I've gotten with my kids and they're just being bad and said, look, guys, I love your mom more than you. and I'm not.
I don't know if that's great, but that's what we do.
I've literally said, you're not going to talk to my wife that way. She's mine, and I love her. And so one of the things that we say sometimes, or that I've said, is disciplining your children is loving your wife. Because when I'm gone, I want my wife to be whole and healthy, just like I want my children to be. And if they're just chaos and they're draining her all the time, guess who's going to suffer? All of us, right? So. Anyways, and the next thing is making time. So the first thing is in your heart, right?
Right.
Make room for your spouse
Yeah.
and love your spouse, and prefer them. Be unified with your spouse in front of your children.
Yes.
But also, we're going to talk about making time to be with your spouse, because we have friends and we've met people. I'm sure we all have. It's like when they have children, their whole life is over. Like,
we don't see them.
You don't see them.
You don't talk to them.
And like, oh, I can't because, the kid and the kids and the guys. Another way to have a healthy marriage while parenting is to leave your children with your friends and very close family and make time for one another to go on a date.
Yeah.
Build that relationship even after you have children. It's really easy to think like, oh, we're married, so check box. Mm-hmm. Now we're off to having kids. But a relationship has to be maintenance
and continued. Yeah.
Just like a house or anything else of value, naturally things degrade.
Right.
Except for maybe wine. But naturally things usually degrade. And so in your marriage, it's the same way. You have to maintain that. And a very critical element is getting a babysitter, whether it's your parents or close friends, and leaving your children so that you can focus on each other.
Yeah.
Not to mention, it's a great act of love and value and attention that say, hey, baby, I got my parents to watch the kids and whatnot. I want to take you out for a really nice dinner.
Yeah.
I want to take you out to do this, and
it goes
to be able
far.
to connect. Yeah, it's so important, and we did this at a young age
Yeah.
with our kids, like as babies. And I understand some women are breastfeeding.
Yes, it's
and
totally
that
different.
That makes it
Harder.
tough. But I'm saying once you can get past that, or even if you can, there's other things you can do.
Yeah.
But do it.
Yeah, the thing too that was really cool for me was, the first time we left Luke, he was 3 months old, and we are a part of a ministry out of DC. And it was so awesome that I got to be a part of something that he loves and is passionate about. And as his wife, I got to go and be with him in that. And now, since doing that, we do it all the time together. And so many times as husband and wife, as mom and dad, you feel like you're kind of being pulled in different directions, and you have different callings almost, you feel like. And like my calling doesn't line up with his, but we're married and all these things. And I feel like by letting my kids go with our friends and our family, I was able to like co-labor with some of the ministries that he has, and I get to be a part of it.
Yeah.
And for me, that is so special. It means the world to me. And I know he would say this, he wants me there. He
All
wants
the
me to
time.
be a part of what he has going on.
We're better together.
We're better together. And sometimes husbands probably feel like their wives may not want to be a part of what they have going on, and so they don't ask. But I can tell you, for us, we so enjoy doing things together.
Yes.
And I feel like we're more powerful together. We add things to the mix that the other one wouldn't add, and all that. So I think that's another reason why it's so important to take the time for you two to have just that one-on-one time, reconnect, laugh. Like, we laugh a lot.
Mostly because you're funny.
I am funny, thank you. No, I'm just kidding. We have fun. I still feel like we're teenagers, and so we got married very young. I was 19 when we got engaged. So like for me, I still feel like I'm 19 years old. I can remember when we first got together and all the butterflies and all that. So it's, for us being together, just us two, it brings us back to those moments where it really was just us two. And of course, you miss those days, you reminisce on those days,
Right.
but I would never change.
Right, and we
having
just
kids.
want to, sometimes you just need the liberty and the freedom to do it. And we just want to give you that freedom. Like, you don't have to, like, shut your life off because you have children. You can still go on dates. You can still do these things. And so, look, guys, take some time, fix your hair, get out there and have a good time. Okay, guys, so listen, don't be afraid to take some time for yourself.
Yeah.
Go, maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow night, if you need some planning, if you're a planner.
Yeah.
Plan something.
Yep.
Get your family, get your friends, somebody to watch your kids
Yep.
so that y'all can go have a great night out and have a healthy marriage while parenting. You can do it.
Yep.
And it'll be the best life. Just do it.
Just do it.
We love you guys.
Love y'all. Bye.
Bye. And I'm going to go fix this cockatoo looking hairdo. Kids, we haven't gone this. Look at this.
I know, sorry.
That's awesome. People are going to think I have a toupee. I promise I don't. Don't be afraid to leave your kids. I look like a pigeon. Cockatoo! This is fun. Woohoo!
Okay.